read some of the voter ballot for me?
No, I cannot. Yo, what up? I'm Kennedy, I'm 19, and I never learned how to freaking read or understand the voter ballot. And neither do you. So stay tuned as I read some of the propositions. Starting with Proposition 2 on homeless bonds. So on this proposition, you're going to be voting on whether or not the state should be able to pay for housing mentally ill, homeless Californians by using money that was originally intended for mental health services. A yes vote means that you do want the state to spend that money on housing the mentally ill Californians, and a no vote means that you don't. Now I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about Proposition 4, which is on the Children's Hospital Bonds Initiative. This proposition will be about whether or not $1.5 billion in bonds should be going towards funding, as well as other things, towards children's hospitals. A yes vote means that the money should be going towards funding the hospital, as well as other things, and a no vote means that it shouldn't. In this week's discussion, we went around campus and asked students and faculty about why they vote.
I vote because it makes me feel important. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something bigger.
I vote because I want to help create a change in my community.
I feel like it'll make a big impact in our community, which we need.
I vote just because I feel like our opinion matters, and I feel like especially now a lot of young people aren't voting, and I feel like their opinions are like super like neutral, or like they think it doesn't matter. Young people should start voting and should be start caring about the political climate, just because we're gonna grow up in the world. So why not change it?
I did over 25 years in prison, and I've never been able to vote. And I realize now that some of the laws that were passed during this mass incarceration of the 80s and 90s, which I was locked up, were the things that kept me in prison. And now I'm an advocate for people to vote. Now that I have the opportunity, I'm going to make sure, for me personally, that doesn't happen again. And I'm trying to get as many people as I can on the bandwagon to vote.
I see this election as the one that's coming up in November as a referendum on all the things that have happened after Trump was elected in 2016. So I see it as a really, really important opportunity to talk back to that stuff.
Vote because it's my civil duty, and besides that, if we do want to see change in our nation and in our society, then this is the bare minimum that we need to do in order to bring that change to this nation.
I vote because I want to make sure that my interests are being taken into account, and I also want to, make sure that people are being elected to office that are representative of the issues that I'm very passionate about. So things that have to do with social justice and inclusivity. I also vote because in California we have propositions, and I think that's a really great opportunity to have a very direct say in what happens in our state.
I vote because it's one of my given rights, and I really want to have my voice be heard and have my thoughts and ideas be magnified, and have people support those ideas also be represented equally.
I vote because it makes a political impact, whatever the result is on local government, and I also feel like it does make a difference. Each vote counts, regardless of what people think or the stigma on that, but I vote to make a positive political impact on our local government.
I vote because it's important to get my voice out, to feel like I am making a difference in our community, and that I'm representing myself, my people, my cultures, my race, and the important things that I believe in. If I didn't voice my concerns and opinions, then with my vote, then things could be made, decisions could be made without my consent.
I think it's a role of being a citizen of our country to help make good decisions about how it will be run.
I vote because everything that we vote now for and everything that we want to see changed will happen. So if I vote now, then hopefully the change I want to see will take effect, and if not now, then soon. And if I don't vote, then anything I want to see happen in this world or set up for future generations won't be happening. It's up to me to make the decisions.
Now I'm going to be telling you guys about some of our upcoming events. This week on Monday, we have a real talk on compulsory heterosexuality. Then on Tuesday, we have a faculty spotlight on our ethnic studies professors. And on Thursday, we have a real talk on gentrification. Next week, on Monday, we have another real talk, my real talk, on the problem with party culture. And on Wednesday, we have a Me Too real talk. Then on Thursday, to wrap it up, we have a real talk on Raging Feminist. So if you want more information on those events, just scroll down below and read our newsletter. I'm Kennedy, I'm 19, and now I know a little bit about the voter ballot, and so should you. Thank you for tuning in to this week's discussion.